let's see what we got in the fucking box here, man. It's probably been about 2 months. We've got everything back from the painter, and this is the first look at it. So here we go. We're diving into the juicy old box here. Whew. You ever seen a fucking shish kebab of parts? We out pin game, blow that bitch up. Today we are building up your favorite Banshee. That is right, a 1993.5. We just got it back from the painter. That box we just unloaded. The 1993, normally it comes with a couple white parts, obviously the plastics, the headlight covers, the rims, and I think that's pretty much it. So I wanted to switch it up. So this time I did a pearl on the headlight covers and a pearl on the rims. Like I've been saying, this one's gonna be keeping that OEM theme with a couple tasteful modifications. Now these, I'm honestly not crazy about. Normally there would be like a plating, so we try and match them to its color with paint. The paint alone for this bike cost me $2,100. Now compared to powder coat, you're looking at like $1,200 to $1,300 more. It's a lot, it adds up quick. That's why these machines, they sell for the amount that they do. A lot goes into it. So today we're gonna start up the build process. So we're pretty much gonna try and get it to like a skeleton, not a roller, but we're gonna put the A-arms on, the swing arm, the carrier, you know, the front end, the steering stem, the handlebars, all that stuff, which I feel I am missing. Oh no, I have that stuff. We got a whole lot of fucking parts over here, I forget. This is the box of parts that, you know, I'll be reusing. Obviously like the gas tank, all the electrical stuff is in here, the steering stem, the rear brake, the coil pack. So I was originally going to use like an OEM axle, but instead this bike came with like a little bit of an extended axle and it was like polished. I honestly think I'm just gonna run this. I think it looks good. I got a bunch of parts vapor honed. These are the hubs. So these literally were just faded and dusty and gross, and Smike brings them back to life. Same thing with the calipers here. If you go back and watch the first video, you probably see all the parts on the ground and what they look like, but this is like night and day difference. Literally just brings it back to life so nice. Even like the brake pad itself, these are original and it comes back to like that fucking nice bronze. This is pretty much the box of parts for this bike. So we got brand new plastics, brand new seat. These I got in the mail the other day. We're gonna run purple coolant lines. And normally this bike would come with like a lavender gas tank cover and front rad cover. I got that painted, so it's gonna be pink. Here are the plastics. Not that we're gonna be putting any of this on today. Figured I'd show you guys. That way you can get an idea of what to expect in the future. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna sell this bike or I'm gonna do a giveaway with it. Normally, it'll sell before it's even built. You know, and by the time that they're built up, come like the last video, they're gone. But I'll keep you posted as the series goes on. If you're interested, definitely reach out via the Bonzi Garage Instagram. That's the best way to get in contact with me. So in this box, we have gasket kit for the motor. I'm gonna be rebuilding that myself. I sent out cylinders to her jugs. Those got ported, so we're looking at like 60 to 70 horsepower, which is a lot more power for these things. Brand new T5 still in the packaging. A brand new skid plate, OEM airbox, the YFZ 450 throttle. This is like game changer. So the stock throttle is like really hard on the finger, and when you're wheeling for a long time, your hand cramps up. It's the worst. YFZ 450 throttle. Put this on your bike. It's night and day. And then you can cut the springs too. Take like 2 of the little springs off. Put a lot of WD-40 in the cable. This bike compared to the last one that we built, the last one I was really going crazy with like all OEM parts. This one I'm not doing that. We got a bunch of stainless bolts here. So this is pretty much a kit for the entire bike. You can buy this on eBay. I think it's like $100. You have swing arm, motor mounts. It's all labeled, which is really convenient. The only downfall is majority of these bolts are Allen key, which is kind of annoying, but it does look good and it makes the bike stand out. All brand new zinc parts. This is from the last batch of zinc that I did. These little plate covers here that go behind the hubs. All these parts here that you see, this is another batch that'll go to zinc. All the parts that come in that look faded and are covered in grease, I send it out to get zinced and it comes back looking brand new. This bike is gonna be sick. If you're interested, you want a sick Banshee, make sure to reach out to me. As these videos go on, like I said, I will keep you guys posted. Oh, and before I forget too, street tires and not no Sun F cheap bullshit. Got the Duros. This is the coolest fucking shit right here. This has to be my favorite part about this build. It has nothing to do with it at all. This helmet. This is probably the most fire helmet that we've done yet. This shit is hard. So this is gonna be the color scheme of the bike. See the purple, it matches literally fucking perfect. The pink, because we're gonna be doing the front rad, the gas tank pink as well. Now we're gonna start piecing it together. Today is Monday, July 25th. I'd like to have this done, this entire bike done in the next week and a half. That's the goal. Just when you thought you had everything to start the build, I promise you, you didn't. Why? Because you ordered parts from eBay and they fucking forgot the only thing that you needed. Look at all these fucking bolts. They're all labeled, got everything, right? We're putting on A-arms to start this. What don't we have? Upper A-arm bolts. What do we have? Lower A-arm bolts. So what do we have to do? We gotta makeshift and just use bolts for now, but it's just annoying. It's annoying. Oh my God. Why do we do this every fucking build? Fuck! I always forget the dust caps. It's what I'm known for.
Seduction never before felt until now. Who else stimulates your inner scenery other than myself? Flat bro, I take pen in hand and compose scroll. Lustrous seas of fine depthly wreck thorough with humble impact and absolute masterpiece unfolds. Smoke coasts chalice, city veins are at post. Shockwave, I select an effortless wordplay of universal light, defining style in mind, just the way nature intended, dependent upon no one. An authentic essence is captured during performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are not only cooking up a new Banshee, but we are recycling some parts and creating the first ever Banshee stew. Come on over here and give it a taste. Austin, come here. Stick your tongue in there. Phenomenal. 5-star restaurant. Bonzi
A surefire hit, I'm taking you there within. Street yoga advanced, forward the trap has been set. Time to shrine, we do offer replenishment, but it's you who must conform and take heed. Our messages appropriately complex and exempt. I'll leave in for something truly amazing. Tai Chi, now recess.
Now, on some real shit though, how much would you give me to drink that much of that? Swallow. 25? You're a cheap Leave a comment down below. How much for you to drink that? How much would it take for you to drink that? And be honest, would you do it for 25? Would you do it?
What's up, y'all? The H's keeping you in tune. Similar to Gilligan, my crew's the island maroon. Innovator of the speech, linguistic monsoon. Enter the synagogue, invisible platoon. Refine the mental state, consolidate the good. Eliminate the negative from suburb to hood. Watch MCs burn to ash like mosquito punk. My rhyme reflect my ears like the rings inside a tree trunk. Hard to remove my impression, impermanent ink. Stay connected with the source by an unseen link. Perfect flex, twist you up so that you lay down flat. Something insignificant as a
with me, it's like many doses of ill cirrhosis. My killer's closest, the peeling foes with the will of Moses. I part tones and spark tones from breaking mics, making nights hell for those who sell and fake the types. Pyogenesis, exasperating mental matter to gather splatter your physical, lyrical lives, a batter at a rate of speed to make you bleed from the inner. Just a beginner, then I enter busting the sinners. The crimson crust turns to dust cause I heat it. Lungs bleed, niggas laying defeated, but you couldn't see it. Notes are colder like remotes to your body. The shoddy smokes for copying folks and leave them sloppy. Insane inside the putrefied D. Asides the G apply slide like astro glide in your backside in darkness. Mark risk, provide targets and barred artists and the hardest to leave with a star guard. Lines are parallel and excel like monowells. Don fail, never clever. And if you ever find a male to match up, throw the stats up and vision. Cranial incisions, the killer Christians in the prison. My mind state debates at the gates of Hades. I'm sick as rabies and ladies remain caged in a Mercedes. 80s, look good to knock a nigga horizontal. You find your mind bruised and climb the blind dudes and figure I'ma find you. I'm good at the hunt stunts. Once I pick up sense of hemoglobin, I'm open like a cunt. Yeah. My thing, got the mic high. Like a locomotive, I show the focus and elevate your data like you own a Lotus. I'm known to smoke shit like hickories. Picture me losing, I'm using my mental matter to splatter niggas like Sicily. It'll be fatal. Killing spree tornadoes, how I play.
What you just seen is pretty much a montage of the past 4 days putting this thing together to get it as a roller. This thing is coming along awesome. I'm a huge fan of this colorway. I'm a huge fan of the retro years. Obviously, like the quads nowadays, they're mediocre. It's just the same repetitive shit, the blue, the black, the green. The retros are super cool, and I feel like that's why the Banshees stand out, and people love this year, which is the 93, the 92, the 94, and then going into the new years, obviously the 06 is the demand. That's what everybody wants, the last year made. Keeping the OEM look, but adding a couple little tasteful modifications. The street tires, the wheelie bar, it's gonna have Toomies. It's got ported cylinders now, which I just got back from Her Jugs Racing. This guy has built a serious reputation in the Banshee world. He's pretty much that guy to go to when you want some more power. So he calls it a street port, but pretty much what I told him is, hey, listen, I want good low-end power so that when we're in the streets and we're stuck in traffic, when we're in second gear, there's no bog when the bike is standing 12 and you're stuck in. Obviously, like the biggest thing in the bike life scene is you don't want to drop the wheels. So I told him that the bikes are going to be on a stock airbox with holes and Toomies. He kind of created this concoction, which looks awesome. You know, going from like maybe like 30 horsepower. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to be pushing about like 60, 70 horsepower now. At least that's what he says. So I'm excited to see the performance. This is going to be the first bike with a set of ported cylinders from Her Jugs. He actually not only did the porting, but he bored them out as well. He gave me the pistons with them too. So if you're looking for a port job, make sure to hit him up and tell him that I sent you. That way next time maybe I could get a little discount on the port. But yeah, this thing's a roller, and I think that's about it for this video. This is definitely going to be hands down one of the sickest bikes. You'll notice that there's a couple little Bonzi Garage stamps all over. That's the idea, right? To make it well known that this is a Bonzi Garage bike, whether it's just a giveaway or somebody buys it or that person sells it to another person, they know that it always comes back to the Bonzi Garage, and you can't take that shit off. It's not just a sticker, it's fabricated to the parts that are on the bike. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like all together. It's already looking amazing. 1993.5 is what I like to call it. It will be done in a couple of days, and if it doesn't sell, it will be a giveaway that will go live on the Bonzi Garage Instagram for $85 per entry, 200 spots total. Then there'll be cash payouts, and I will cover shipping to 48 states. So make sure you stay tuned. Look forward to the next video of us putting together the engine and getting it inside of this thing and completing it as a whole. Peace.